point of the session. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everyone, and today we have a new day, inshallah. I hope that it is as fruitful as the other days. Let's start with just referring back to, I'm asking you to type one piece of advice concerning the speaking skill. So please type in the chat. I'm looking at the chat now. Or Mr. Abdullah, if you would like to speak, or anyone would like to speak, just feel free to speak. Feel free to do so. Tell me how you're going to deal with the speaking test, or even the speaking practice, if you'd like to practice at home. Mrs. Tana was the first to react. To manage your time and use idioms and conjunctions. Perfect. This is really great. We should use idioms and conjunctions as well. And in task 1, we need to care about your area. E-A-E-E-R-E-A. Okay, can you please, Miss Iman, tell me, Mrs. Iman, tell me what are E-A-R-E-A? What do you mean, Mr. Abdullah, about this? Oh, this is one of the techniques.
Yeah, one of the techniques in order to use it while you are speaking.
Great, 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 great. Okay, what about the others? Tell me more, guys. Technology means use, therefore, yes, yes. Okay, so use conjunctions or use words to connect. Excellent, like although, indeed, and nevertheless. Okay, any other advice? Any other piece of advice before we move to the next task? Yes, as for answers, R for A for answer, R for reason, E for explanation. To use fillers, thank you so much, of course, yes. Actually, basically, well, if you ask me about my opinion, so these are all the pieces of advice that you still have in your mind. Thank you so much. Now let's go into our lesson of today. My first task is to ask you very simple question that you ask your friends. But before I ask you this question on the slide now, I would like to ask you guys, how many of you used to write letters in the past, real ones, not only as a matter of study? Have you ever written letters? Okay, no, yes. Oh, tell me more, Ms. Shema, please, if you can.
Yeah, I used to send letters to some friends in USA.
What do we call friends that we exchange letters with?
What we call them? They were my relatives, actually.
Ben
friends. Mr. Abdullah is an old fellow. He knows that we call them Ben friends. Okay, so I remember that I had a French friend and an Italian friend, and to whom I was sending letters, and I sent the letter on the 6th of May. It reaches them after 1 month and a half. So after like how many? 45 days. And then they start replying, and so I received the letter after like 3 or 4 months. How did this change now, guys?
Chatting now.
Yes, instant. Just clicking a button, then your message travels. Yes, mails. Excellent. We have also mails. However, in our task, in the general IELTS, you're asked to write a letter.
In task number 1.
Yes, yes, yes. Very clear. So do you guys, can you tell me just some steps of how we write letters?
We should care of the heading and the footer and the content, if it is formal or informal.
Very great. MashaAllah, go on, yes.
And also to start with the greeting. For sure, we have to start first with the address and these details. Yes. Then the greeting, if the addressee is Mr. or Mrs. or like this.
Great, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, who wrote in the chat that we have to follow a certain format and to start with greeting. Yes, our letter today is a bit different from the letter that we teach our students in our classes, because we're not going to write 45 Emmanuel Street. We're not going to write the address. So you start with the greeting. You say, "Dear Mr. Abdullah, dear Mrs. Shayma," and then you start your greeting sentence. Then you follow the normal criteria or the standard that we're going to learn today. We're going to do this session differently. We have different techniques, and this different techniques is because I have finished my task. I have finished my role as a trainer. All the coming sessions will be yours, because this is writing. My piece of advice to those who are not good writers, that you need to read more. That's why I sent the Ahram weekly link today to urge you to start reading, because when you start reading, inshallah, that will reflect and you can write. If you don't have enough vocabulary to do your task, to write your to do the writing task, then start working from now. You have some vocabulary words that we have sent you. I can share some resources that improve your writing. However, the best one will ever be is that you're gonna read authentic resources. I would like you to read articles. I would like you to read books. I would like you to spend more time reading. When you spend more time reading, this will be reflected in your writing. So if you haven't started reading today, please do. Please do. This is urgent. If you're doing the IELTS exam, I can't find a recommendation better than start reading now, please. I have, as I told you, that today is a different day. I would like you to use your mobile phones, take a photo of my slide, or take a screenshot using your laptop. It's up to you. If you can, this is clear. And I'm going to assign you into rooms, because you're going to write your letter now. I'm giving you 15 minutes. You go into rooms. You can assign only one person to write the letter, on a Word file, then send it to the other members of the team. And after that, we come back and discuss a sample answer together. Then we know how we can form the letter the IELTS way. I know that you know how to write letters, but we need to write them according to the criteria of the IELTS. Okay, so have you taken a photo of the screen, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess that you read as well, right?
Yeah.
Not quite well.
Okay, so what happened here according to that selection?
We have to write a letter about holidays. My holidays, right?
Okay. Okay. So some friends sent some photos to their friend while they were on holiday. Now Ryler, he's going to write a letter to his friends. Let's see what should we write here. Please take another photo. This is important. So in your letter, you're going to thank them for the photos of the holiday. This is one point. Second is to explain why you didn't write them earlier. And then you invite them to come and stay with you. So how many points are you going to consider in your letter writing?
3.
3. Yes. And how much time do you have for the task?
15 minutes.
Are you going to do the task alone?
No.
In groups.
In groups. Are we just discussing or we have to type something?
You have to write on
You
Word
have to
file.
write it.
Why did I say that you need to write this in a Word on a Word file? Because I would like you to compare your answer with our answer. Inshallah, they are very close. I do not mind this. However, in order not to waste time, please just assign one person to write the letter on a Word file, especially if you have a fast typer. Then someone who can type fast, then he can send it to you so that because this is your answer, it's not only their answer. I'm going to assign you into rooms now. I have to.
So can we share screen while we are, like the one who is typing the letter, can he or she share screen?
Now, where is share screen? Now you
Would
can.
you please, yeah, give us the opportunity? There is something else I'm just confused about the holiday. So thank them for the holiday, like we spent time with them during the holiday. That's why we're thanking them for the time that they allowed us to stay at their house.
Yes.
Okay.
You can go back and here. Last month you had a holiday overseas. It's you. I know you didn't read carefully. I'm going to read again in the room. You had a holiday overseas where you stayed with some friends. So you were included. That's why they sent you the photos. Okay, any questions? I'm gonna pause the recording, and when we come back, all of you are responsible for
Remind you. Okay.
Too late.
MashaAllah. You remembered on your own, MashaAllah.
I'm a good person, alhamdulillah, strong memory. So my dear brothers and sisters, now we're in the stage of discussion. So we're all open to everything until we know how we should go. And as we said before, dealing with the IELTS is something I feel it's personal. Because Mr. Abdullah may have some techniques that is different from what Ms. Naima has. And at the end of the journey, they may reach the same point, but they just took different roads. So that's why all what we're doing is to recommend, guys, you can do such and such. Please try not to do this because it may take you somewhere else. So it's all recommendations, and you're free to follow what suits you because we're different, and that's the way I see it. Anyway,
I respect being different. Sorry, just we're trying our best to write something, but I think it's not acceptable to come and say, okay, guys, what are you writing is nonsense. So.
Who said it's nonsense?
I don't know. I have that experience. So try to have a positive comment at first. Try to participate. Try to say.
Actually, everyone tried. Yeah, everyone.
Yeah, we're trying our best.
We had a good chance. Everyone expressed thoughts. I'm happy with this. Anyway, anybody who said this, I'm sure that she doesn't mean it. I'm sure.
Sometimes Iman and Mrs. Dalia, I say things because I consider you close enough to say them. So I don't mean any, they are not harsh, they are not bad. That's why we're talking and discussing to say, guys, what we're reading.
Yeah,
maybe
she was
nothing.
Telling her opinion only, yes.
Okay.
Can I respond to that? So I didn't mean anything at all.
Things will be better, wallah. Yes, Dua, go ahead.
I didn't mean anything at all, but maybe I was misunderstood as always. So this is like part of my. This is like a part of my work as well. So whatever I'm saying it to myself as I am a part of the team.
Were you the one who said this?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, Dua is one of the new generation, so they use these words as part of their daily life. They don't mean
no.
We do respect. We do respect her opinion. We do respect.
Yes,
don't worry, Dua.
Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal.
No, I didn't take
we
one.
were teachers, Habibti, were teachers, and we see you, we hear you talking, and we know that this is one like characteristic of your generation. This is what you say. However, it's not the place to say it, but anyway, you're a sister, and there is no offense.
Wait a
It's okay.
minute.
I suggest to
Oh,
start
this is turning on me.
discussing
This is turning
the
on me
letter.
to some. Can I speak for a moment without someone interrupting me? Well, you, Mister, didn't know what I said, so why are you just saying it's a what? What about our generation?
I'm not talking
I
because you said,
clearly
please do
said
not interrupt me. Go ahead.
I clearly said that what we wrote, it wasn't like it was every sentence was alone. It didn't make sense as a whole. It's not like you are leading a letter. It's like a very excellent sentence and a very excellent sentence, and then it doesn't make it wasn't like a whole letter. That was what was I said. And I'm sorry if I upset anyone. I didn't mean it because I'm part of the team. So what I'm saying is it's on me too.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I guess that we have to get into the task. Let's see what do we have, and I would like you to keep your ideas. I guess that, or I hope that you still remember what you have discussed inside the room. Maybe 15 minutes is no, it wasn't enough for you to do the task because you were discussing and you were writing at the same time. However, in the exam, they recommended that you should have 20 minutes for this task. So if we give you 15, that's not too little. I guess it's the same amount, Mr. Abdullah.
You know, Mr. Hussein, maybe when I'm on my own doing the task, I'll take less time coming up with ideas and connecting them or writing. We took more time because everyone is suggesting something and changing a sentence and adding something. That's why the time maybe is not enough for the task when it's in a group. That's
Or maybe we should divide the time between the three. Each one suggests an answer for one. We are three. Each one should write one paragraph. But we didn't
Mr. Hussein, Mr. Hussein.
Yes,
Mr. Hussein, I think such a task must be done individually. I think so. At the beginning, I wanted to ask you not to send us to breaking out rooms. However, yes. However, our groups, I think, have done something very good.
Yeah, breaking out rooms, it is good, but with the direction of Kagan before. Kagan can هيك يعلم roles, each one will know her roles, and we will not go through this.
What did I say, guys, before I sent you to the rooms? I said, guys, you have to choose someone to be the one who's gonna type. So before we did that. Before you should have started, you should have assigned roles to everyone. So someone has to provide us with ideas. Another person will write, type. A third person will revise. Number 4 is gonna just lead the process. So anyway, we're not into this now. And Mr. Abdullah, sending you to the rooms could have been a good thing if we cooperated and or be organized in the way that we can have the suggestion of Mrs. Dalia by saying, Abdullah, you have to think about idea 1, Ni'ma, you have to think about idea 2, Shaima, you have to think about idea 3. Then everyone is gonna say an idea. We just type what they have written. It takes like 2 minutes to you to think about one idea. Then we, after this, you're going to revise what you have said. So at least we have something in our hands. Then we improve it. Anyway, it wasn't a task that you're gonna be graded for. That's where we were just trying to make it easier for people, because not all people can do the task easily, guys. This is writing and it's embarrassing somehow. So let's go back to the task.
We managed to write 86 words.
Alhamdulillah. So last month,
Mr. Ahmed can tell you how many words we write.
Yes, Mr. Ahmed.
Okay. How many words? Yeah.
Okay, 1 minute, I will check.
If you have it in the Word on the forum.
Yeah, we have it.
But we didn't revise it.
Yeah.
MashaAllah.
We write and
okay. Anyway,
it's a first draft, anyways. Yeah.
So last month we had a holiday overseas. You had a holiday overseas where you stayed with some friends. They have just sent you some photos of your holiday. Write a letter to your friends. In your letter, you thank them for the photos. You explain why you didn't write earlier. You invite them to come. I have 3 different points. And one main part in IELTS is to cover everything. So you have to cover the 3 points. If you missed one, you missed part of the grade. Okay. So now let's see how we're going to do this. I start with the first part by saying the names of the people. So dear John and Jane, dear Philip and Sarah, I write an introduction. I hope this letter finds you well. Now, I'm just writing to thank you both for the holiday and the photos that you sent. Can you please mention what is the first paragraph for? I would like you to go back to the photos that you have and compare which part is this.
First part.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanking the friends for that.
It's like introductory part.
Okay, thank you. What else?
The last of the first paragraph, it answers the first question.
Okay, thank you so much. I mean, I'm talking about, I hope this letter finds you well till the photos you send. So which part is this?
An introduction.
Again, yes, thank you. What else? Guys, we need you to speak.
I don't know.
This is the first part. Thank them for the photo and for the holiday.
This is the main idea.
What do you mean by main idea?
Topic sentence, you mean?
No.
We're just discussing. I'll never say yes or no. So I accept all.
Have I missed something? Have you discussed something before I came? Because I think I can't find the answer of what you're asking about.
This
something
one,
specific.
Explaining why you write this letter.
So the reason, you mean?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So the first point that we should cover is to thank them for the photos. And here he started with the greeting. Then he started the first part in which he said, I'm just writing to thank you both for such and such. Then he skipped one line. Then he moved to the second paragraph saying, the photos arrived this morning in the post. They reminded me what a great time I had during this. He's still thanking them. He's still thanking them for the photos. You really were fantastic hosts, and I couldn't have asked for better guides to show me around. So this is the greeting plus covering the first point.
Details.
Yeah, greeting,
yes,
greeting, and covering the first point. Yes.
Okay. Now the second part, the second idea was to explain why you didn't write earlier. Guys, can you just look at the 2 paragraphs that we have? Is there anything wrong? Is there anything missing?
Yeah, he didn't explain why he didn't send earlier.
This is the second point. We haven't come to this point yet. That's not the whole paragraph. We still have another slide. We still have some other slides. I'm talking about these 2 paragraphs. Is there anything wrong?
Okay, Mr. Hussein, should we use abbreviation when writing in IELTS?
We'll cover this point, but this is great.
Should we use indents for the paragraphs?
That's the point I'm asking for. Did the writer guys use indent?
No.
Why?
Should indent.
Why?
Yes, because
it's informal.
Okay, thank you so much. What else?
Friendly letter.
Okay, thank you. What else?
But you leave a space between the first paragraph and the second one. Yeah.
Either you leave an indent in the beginning of each paragraph or you leave a line. If you left a line, You don't
Yes.
have to.
Okay, new
I-
information. Thank
yes.
you.
We have two different options for the outline of your letter, and this is what you should teach your students. Either
Personally,
teach us
Ah.
personally, I like writing in this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, skipping a line, it works, yani, instead of
Yes,
indenting.
yes. Because now you know that this is the beginning of a new paragraph.
Yeah.
What is the
Yeah.
indent for? It's to tell you, hello, I'm a new idea. So once you left a line and you started another, you skipped one line, then khalas, it's a new.
So if I do this, I don't have to use indents.
Yeah.
You can do both.
Nobody told us about this because
Yeah, me too. It's new for me to know.
yeah.
What do
We
you
used
mean
to
by
use the
nobody
first
told you?
line.
I have just told you. What do you mean by nobody told you?
You told us now. Sorry. I mean, in the past, I used to cut marks for not leaving indents, although some students followed this structure. I was the wrong one.
So you have to pay money for zakat. May Allah forgive you for this crime, my dear sister.
We did it for many years.
We kept doing this for years, yes.
So now we started with the greeting. We covered the first point. Let's see what's the next point. The next point is I'm going to tell you why I didn't write you earlier. Go through the passage, go through the selection, guys, and tell me, is this a good reason or not, as you think?
Good to use an idiom, right? Working flat out since it's an idiom. It's a good reason, I think.
So if anyone wrote this to you, you're gonna be convinced. This is why they didn't ask.
Maybe because after spending like a holiday, I have many work, so it is okay.
Even if you have much work, you need to say hi, bye, or something. Okay.
Actually, I'm very kind-hearted, so I get
think
used
it's
to
I think it depends on the kind of relationship between them. Maybe they will accept it.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
According to the link. Very kind. You're very kind when things are related to other people. Okay.
They are friends after all.
Yes. Yes. MashaAllah.
But they will not tell me مثلا يا Mr. Hussein no ifs or buts. يعني مش هيقولوا لي كده. They're my friends. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. They are my friends. They should accept anything, I would say.
I like this, Mrs. Taima. Wallah, I like this. Okay. So here, the writer gave them good reasons for why he didn't write them earlier. And he told them, I had many assignments to finish and the deadline was 2 weeks. And you know, deadlines are killing everyone here. Okay, so I guess that he covered the first part. And if you counted, you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like 20 something words.
But Mr. Hussein,
yes.
Mr. Hussein, is it acceptable to use quotation while you are writing something like letters or an essay?
Sorry, what did you say?
Is it acceptable? Is it acceptable to write as you did here some questions in your letter? Questions or in your paragraph. In your
we're gonna say this because, as you mentioned before, this is an informal letter.
Yeah,
it's not formal. Okay,
it's okay.
But Mr. Hussein, let me ask you. You asked us about whether the reason is enough or not. Is it convincing or not? Are we going to be graded for the degree of how much convincing the reason is?
No.
They are not going to ask you about the information because you're gonna cover points
language,
that you have no relation to. Sometimes you talk about things that you don't really know well. So they are not going to prove the information that you're writing. This is my personal question to you. Now the last one. And the last point was that we said you're inviting them to come to your part and your house and you spend some time with you. Have a look here. And I want to ask you, why did he skip the line here?
The ending of the letter should be separate.
Because it's going to talk about the conclusion of the
conclusion.
It's going to say goodbye, see you soon, and such stuff. The total number of words are 158. though we said that it's 150. So can you exceed the number? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. However, we don't recommend that you write too much in a way that you lose much time for nothing, because they are going to just look for the 150 words. However, you're open till like 160, 165. It will be enough. It will be fine. Now after going,
I like the how everything is connected using the connecting words. What do we call them?
Yes,
the conjunction, linking words. Yes, the linking words and conjunction stuff.
Okay, so I would like you quickly to tell me. I would like you quickly to tell me what are the different parts of the paragraph of the letter that we have just been through.
Greeting, the number one.
Yes.
The body of the letter. And the conclusion.
Okay, so it's the same the three parts that you teach at school. You have the introduction, which includes the greeting. Then you have the body. Then you have the conclusion. Okay, let's see what do we have here. This is task one general. Here. As we said, it's recommended that you don't spend more than 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Don't spend more than 20 minutes in this task. It's really important, and it considered you're gonna write 150 words. We have covered this while talking. And you're asked to write a short letter. It may be, as Mrs. Dalia said, it may be formal or
personal,
semi, or informal. These are the three different types of the letter. So
what is semi-informal?
It's not that formal. Maybe you're talking to one of your family members who's like older than you, so you can talk to him in an informal way, or he's not that stranger that you talk to them in a formal way. So it's something in between.
Okay.
Here we pose a problem. We tell you about a problem, and we ask you to, or we give you a situation, and we ask you to respond to it. Like the same way you received some letters, some photos, and we need you to write back and tell them we invite you and so on. In order to write a good letter, you should be familiar with the format of letter, the IELTS way, and you should have good language and accurate language. So easy. I don't think that it's difficult. This is what we have just showed you now.
In a nutshell.
As we said, we pose a problem or outline the situation that we need you to respond to. And you have to respond in a formal or informal or semi-formal way. And this is what you need to write. How you're going to be graded, Mr. Abdullah? This is the criteria of assessment. Number one, they look for what Shayma said, coherence and cohesion. They would like to see the ideas in logical order. They would like to see that they are connected together with the linking words. Task response. Do you know, guys, what is a task response?
Maybe no, answering every point they asked us for.
That's it.
Answering the task right.
Have
covering
you
all the points, yeah.
Or not?
Yeah.
If you miss one, you miss something. And do not forget that you should have a grammatical range of an accuracy of different structures, different types, and of course you're going to
lexical,
some
yeah, that's one thing we talked about while writing our letter. No, whenever we find ourselves repeating a word, we should find another word to
perfect. Thank you so much for saying this. No repetition in IELTS. because repeating words means you have limited vocabulary. It's you can't. We just covered this in the speaking, and we said that you all the time you have to paraphrase. All the time you need to paraphrase your words. No repetition. Please, guys, make sure that you avoid this. So here, that's a new task and a new idea. Have a minute to look through the question. And guys, tell me, is this letter formal, informal, or semi?
Formal.
Formal. Why formal?
No
Because
relationship
we
between
are
the
Because we
sender
are
and
writing a
the.
letter to local newspaper. It should be formal.
Yeah, we are
It's
addressing
about
something.
We
something
don't know
public.
the person. We don't know the person.
We don't know. No relation between
Yes.
the sender and the
Yeah.
receiver.
So here, guys, first of all, you have to know the tone. You're unhappy. You're unhappy. So you're not going to say, hello, I hope that this message finds you well.
I'm annoyed.
You will try to send a complaint.
Yes. You're trying to explain a problem.
Yeah.
So about a plan to make your local airport bigger, increase the number of flights, explain where you live. Look at the task response. Explain where you live, describe the problem, give reasons and why you do not want this development. Here, this is an intro. This is an intro that you can use, and this is the body. This is like some clues in which you're going to write a complaint. And by the way, you're going to find a file, but you're going to find a file, I guess I have uploaded it, in which I sent you some situations. If you're going to complain, what should you say? If you're going to congratulate people, what should you say? It covers many different situations to suit everything. You can also teach that to your students or send that to them. It will enrich their vocabulary. So have a look quickly at this slide. This is the sample plan. Now we have triple S technique. Can you suggest 3 words that start with S that you're going to use while writing the task?
Sequence.
Sorry?
Sequence.
Sequence, yes, maybe. Yes, what
Structure.
else? Yes. What else?
Simple sentence.
Sentences. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so we have our first one is to state. Next one is to support. And to summarize.
Summarize.
How you're going
summarize. Yeah.
MashaAllah, Shaima, how did you know? Perfect. You're clever. MashaAllah.
No. You remind me. I used to teach this semester. It's totally removed.
It's fine. So here, guys, you have to state first, then support, then summarize. What do we mean by this? The triple S technique, state, support, summarize, is to use different and relevant vocabulary sentences types and use linking words. We have covered this part. And you have to know how many words do you write a line? Because normally we write the same number of words. It's mainly 10 words a line. That means you need to write 15 lines. Make them 17 lines, 16 lines, so that you're sure that you are not short. Okay? So state what you're going to write, state your ideas, support them, then summarize them at the end, and inshallah you're gonna have the best letter ever. Do not, and I know that you always tell your friends, you always tell your students to proofread what they have left, because you have to read again and look for grammatical mistakes, look for words that you can improve, spelling, full stops, and so on. Okay, here, which format is this?
This is the leaving line format.
Yes.
No indents.
Yes, we say the blocked style. This is no end.
Blocks? Okay.
And each line is vertically aligned with the one above. You write them like an article in a newspaper. And then this one, you know this one quite well. It's very familiar.
Sorry, Mr. Bas, we align using the technique of, مثلا, if we are ending the sentence with a word and we are short of space, we put a dash and continue the word at the beginning of the other line.
But the dash has to.
How do we do?
Has to be in the right place.
After a syllable, yes,
yeah.
Yani, yeah. But I mean, you know, sometimes when I'm writing,
try to make.
Yani, okay.
Okay.
It's difficult to align them.
So here, do not forget whether your letter is formal or semi or informal. Because if you're writing a letter to your friend, you can't speak to him formally. You just say hi, bye, you use contractions. And this is what we're going to cover now. What's the difference between, I would like you to answer this part, guys. Here on the left, this is the formal writing style, and on the right, this is the informal writing style. In the formal writing style, I have longer sentences.
Yes.
So in the informal,
short. It will be shorter.
So easy. What about the second one?
Polite phrases.
Polite phrases.
Yes. Here in informal, no specially prefabricated phrases. You're not inventing. You're just talking normally because you're talking to your friends.
So friendly tone.
So it will be
unfriendly or addressing.
Prefabricated.
What do you mean by prefabricated phrases?
You have already some ready-made sentences and phrases.
Okay.
I'm writing to complain. I'm writing to complain. I'm telling you that such and such. Okay, here you need to just improve the structure of sentences. But here it's so easy.
Loosely structured.
What about the next one?
Friendly manner بقى. Informal and friendly manner.
Yes.
Informal, yes.
Okay, so here you relaxed, and it's a chatty style.
Conversational. Yes. Yeah, the way you were asking, haven't I told you I have an assignment? So this is like we're chatting, yes.
Yes. What about the next one?
Impersonal tone.
MashaAllah. Okay. Now here.
So the complaint that you mentioned before will be an assignment for us?
Which complaint?
The letter of complaints. You want us to make it as an assignment?
No. We still have samples. We still have the task itself. But you can write this. I guess it's answered here. Just wait.
Yani we don't have to make it as a task.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Here, if informal writing, I need to write the full verb forms.
Contractions.
This is what you asked. I don't know who asked this. Can we use contractions?
Yeah, I asked Mr. Ahmed.
Yes.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. Now sometimes we leave out pronouns, but here we have
no ellipses include pronouns.
Yes. In formal writing, as we mentioned while explaining the grammar, we said the passive is important.
Active, action.
Yes. You have single word verbs, but here you can
phrasal verbs.
Do you remember, guys? Do you remember the word? I guess that Mrs. Sana referred to this, or Mrs. Dalia. I don't remember. When we said.
Yeah, I've been working flat out.
Yes, mashallah. Alhamdulillah. Yes, guys, can you tell me what part of speech is flat out here?
Adverb.
MashaAllah, who said this?
Yes.
Why Shaima do you think it's an adverb?
Because it's coming after a verb, describing the verb.
So simple. So simple, yes. It's right after the verb. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Aya. Hello, Aya. Where are you, Aya? So can we write some slang, guys, because we need to be cool and funky in formal writing?
No, no slang is included. No slang. No. Avoidance of slang. Okay.
This is what Mr. Abdullah said. Are we allowed to use the questions and so on? So here we have to use standard punctuation, and here sometimes use a simile. I am, and you draw a smiley face while you're writing.
Is this if the letter is informal? I'm allowed to do this in IELTS?
Joking. We're referring to the task itself. So here
okay.
You have to have, or you're covering introductory sentence. This is the first part, which is the introduction, or your opening paragraph. It may be 20 words. You start with dear, and you mention the name if you know it. If you don't know the name, to whom it may concern. This sentence is very dangerous in Egypt. When you receive a letter,
to whom it may concern.
With to whom it may concern, know that there is something bad will happen.
And we can also use dear sir, madam, or is this old-fashioned?
Yes. Here in the formal letters, you write the purpose. I'm writing to complain. I'm writing to advertise such and such. And then you mention some information about what you would like to say. In the semi-formal, you say hi, hello, how are you? I hope it finds you well. I'm writing to tell you that I'm waiting for you in the next summer holiday. And you use some phrases like this or sentences like this. In the body, guys, here, I would like you to look carefully here and tell me how you're going to structure your body paragraph. How you're going to structure it. What do we need for this part?
Connective, the task response, depending on
going from general to specific.
Examples. Each
giving
idea should
support
have
to the ideas.
Supporters, yes.
Perfect. MashaAllah. So you state an idea, then you start supporting it with explanation. It is a good idea that you may include some examples that refer to the idea that you said. Or maybe you justify, why did you choose this? Why did you say
reason or example?
Justification, yeah.
Yes. So this is in the body. And as you know, I'm not going to say that in each paragraph represents one idea. Now here, some of the topics that you may cover in the letters. I guess that I sent you this, so you don't need to take a picture or a screenshot or anything. I sent you this part. So let's go through this. This is what Shayma said. The difference between deductive and inductive. I need someone to explain this, please.
Yeah, deductive and inductive.
Yes. In which you go through the general idea, then you go into the
specific details. Yes.
And it's
the opposite, the inductive. We start with a specific point and then we go to the general topic.
Yes.
Okay.
So can you give us examples, guys? Can you give us examples for each one?
Maybe if in the inductive approach, I'm speaking about a problem in the neighborhood. It's the pollution I see in the street, and then I go to speak about pollution in general and how it affects the environment.
MashaAllah. And the opposite is the other way.
Is the deductive, yes.
So you go from the general topic into some details, or you mention the details, then you go back to the whole topic.
How is the decision made? Depending on the topic?
It's up to you. You choose whatever suits you.
Okay.
This is what you have already mentioned. You need to have a topic sentence, which has the main idea of the whole paragraph. Then you support the main idea. You explain it, and then you may use this, guys. You have to send some statistics. You say some observations that you have seen. You may have your own story about the topic. You may consider giving examples of things. So it may be part of supporting as well. And at the end, you can summarize the whole thing. If you can, it's not a must to have a bridging sentence, it's fine. In which you're going to tell the person that we're moving to a new idea. If you can. If you
Oh,
can,
the linking sentence, the linking,
yes,
you mean.
Don't have to.
Okay.
Don't have to if you can. Now the closing this is the conclusion, in which you write, I'm looking forward to seeing you. See you soon. I'm waiting for your reply. Then you have to yours faithfully, then Ibrahim Ismail, or whatever you're saying, according to the name of the person. These are all examples of the idea that I told you. You have some phrases or sentences that you can use. Of course, we're not going to read them now, but I would like you in each topic to know like 4 sentences at least that you can use. And you're not going to know them unless you teach them to your students. So every day you study a topic and then deliver it to your students. I know you don't have students anymore, by the way. What I'm saying, you already finished
demos. We can make demos.
Okay. So this is for good news. I wanted to be the first one to let you know that we have bought a new car.
Touched.
Happy Mother's Day, or it was a nice surprise to hear that you passed your exam. Mr. Abdullah, I'm sincerely happy to join your party tomorrow. Thank you so much for inviting me, my dear friend. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm afraid I can't come. I have an exam, so it will be so difficult. Appreciation is something that we need to feel, guys. I need to teach as well. I'm extremely grateful for your help, Mrs. Iman Saab. It was such a shock to hear that you were that you're COVID-19. So I'm so sorry for you.
COVID-19 is used as an adjective now?
I'm COVID. I'm not sneeze. People say this. Okay, guys, this is the last.
Slide.
What should I say? This is the task that you should do now.
Yeah.
And you should do it on your own. So I'm not going to assign you into rooms. Everyone is in his room. So do your task. You have only 15 minutes. Go read quickly, take a screenshot or take a photo so that you know what you should cover in your letter.
In a Word document or handwritten?
I prefer that you type it on Word so that you know how many words you're done, and to keep it as a reference, because I would like you to compare it with the sample answer that we were going to give you. You're done with this slide? Can I move?
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, sure.
Okay, yes. Now I would like you to mute yourself, turn off your cam, and it's only 15 minutes, then we come back. Okay? MashaAllah, you muted your mics and you said okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you, Shana?
Yes, Mr. Hussein.
Mr. Ahmed. Hello, Habibi.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
I couldn't write more than 131 words.
Great. Inshallah, next time you're writing 160, inshallah.
I'm just adding any rubbish, like adding the date, the time, more details, fake reasons.
Okay, so you're all here, guys? Hello?
Yes, Mr. Hussein.
Okay, great. Let's see who's here and who's not. Okay, so here, this is the intro of the letter that you have just written. Because we don't know to whom we're writing, you have to use this dear Sarah, madam. And as you see, there is no greeting because I'm complaining. I'm not happy. I didn't say hi, bye, hello, I missed you. No, 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 no. I just went into the point saying I'm writing in regard to the flight, to a flight that I'm, that's not the, okay. That's not the letter that I told you about. I'm gonna send you the letter in the group, and in this presentation, you're going to find like 2 or 3 samples. Before we go, I would like to tell you that I'm gonna show you the task first to know, in order to know what is this. So this is another sample that you can just try.
Mr. Hussein, but the way you started the letter is actually a response to the task we took.
It's another complaint. It's another complaint.
Okay.
You missed the flight and you write to the company. Okay, so here is your task, guys. This is the task that you should do. Just please take a photo or take a screenshot. Have you taken a screenshot?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're studying a course and you're writing to the manager. Some useful tips, guys, before you start writing. As I told you, you have to upload your Word file on the task on the folder. Your deadline is Monday, so please do not upload it after. I advise you, I sincerely advise you that you should spend, like today, you still have some hours in the day, tomorrow, after tomorrow, and even Saturday. I would like you to spend 3.5 days reading, practicing. I'll send you some answered samples. So I send you the sample, I send you the letter and the sample answer. And I'd like you to write the letter, then compare your answer with the sample answer. Go on reading. Read too much these 4 days before you start your task. Inshallah, the first task is easy, but we need to get into the process. I need you to get into the process. So thank you so much for today. Today you were great. I hope
what about the, excuse me, what about the letter that we have written just now? We are going to send it?
I'll send you the sample answer. Because because I was confused and I left a sample answer of another letter, but it was a complaint as well.
Okay.
Okay. So, and of course, we're in the group. If you need to ask me anything, you can ask. Just let me through.
Actually, my letter had 200 words. It's too much, right?
200? Oh, Mrs. Tanat said 130. This is too much in a way that you're going to lose much time that you need in the second task. during the exam.
Uh-huh.
There is nothing wrong, but my problem is that you're losing much time for nothing. But 160 is fine, 165 is fine. Starting from 170 is the maximum. Okay?
Mr.
Assess
Hussein.
in writing.
Mr. Hussein.
Yes.
For counting the number of words, we have article here and the preposition. Do you consider as a one word or not?
Everything is one word. Everything is one word.
Okay. Okay.
So thank you so much for your time and hope to see you again. But before we go, I need you to write one thing that you remember from today's session. Write whatever you like, type it.
Mr. Hussein, may I ask before you start? I have a question. What do you mean by there is another task for us to do? If we're done from our writing task, is there another task in the writing part?
If you missed my words, would you please Aya, wait till we answer the question. I said I'm gonna send you like 6 samples. They are all answered. I would like you to just cover the answer, look at the letter, and write your own letter, then compare it with the sample answer. I'm sending you one task that you need to write, and you're going to send this to the trainer, Ms. Asma, in order to give you feedback. But I can't give you now 2 tasks. Later on, I will talk to you about this part. I will talk to you about this part. I'll send you a private message. Okay? Hello?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, yes, Mr. Hussein, you misunderstand my question.
I'm gonna send you privately. I'm gonna send you privately. Okay?
It's regarding the test, the IELTS. It's not the task, not the
We have 2 tasks. We have 2 tasks in the IELTS exam. Yes. Okay. Explain, please. I didn't get you.
2 writing tasks. That because you said that Ms. Dalia is wasting her time writing 200 words because there is another task in the writing section.
Yes. Yes.
So there are 2 tasks in the writing section.
Yes. Even if it's general or academic, the topics are different. But you have 2 tasks anyway.
So we have 2 different writing tasks of 2 different topics.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying.
But remember, Mrs. Sana, because you're doing the academic test, today is general. Your academic first task will be next week, inshallah. Do not confuse this, guys, please.
So in the academic IELTS, we don't have
a different type of question.
Okay.
And I don't want to say it's more difficult. I'm not going to say this. So here, one idea that you learned today is that you state, support, and summarize different types of letters, the blocked style and the indent one, the triple S technique, what's that? Okay, mashallah. So thank you so much for being here, and I'm so sorry that we took 9 minutes, extra 9 minutes. However, we're not gonna stick to the idea of having a 2-hour session because we may extend the time because this is writing and it's extremely difficult. Thank you so much, my friends.
Thank you.
Hope you're fine, and we're gonna meet next week, inshallah. I'm gonna make sure that the folder has everything you need. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay.